I need to turn the sound down as well as soon as this pops up.
Yeah. Oh, we're live.
Yay!
Hello, everybody. It's the War Kettle. Oh, sorry. As Amy would say, it's the Wow Kettle.
This is the BWP live stream though. It's your girl, the BWP, obviously, and I'm here with Jay, who is the War Kettle on YouTube.
I am indeed.
I've only just sort of like discovered you, obviously through Atheism is Unstoppable, and
Devin Tracy bitches.
Yeah, I love your videos. I've been watching. I'm gonna sort of like binge watch them probably at the weekend. So
fair enough.
Nice to meet you.
You too. Cheers.
And basically, we've been chatting for a bit on Discord and stuff, and you've checked out some of my videos. You've left a few comments on my videos and stuff. And I told you about the Noble Burger.
Mm-hmm.
And you said you wanted to really try it. And so what we've done tonight is we've both gone out and bought the burgers. And here's mine right here. I don't know if you can see through the camera. We've both got them. And we're both going to try them. And this is the first time that you've tried them.
Yes.
So basically, this is...
Because I am your mortal enemy, because I am not vegan. Deal with it.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see what you think about them, basically. I mean, I've got the packaging right here.
Oh, cool.
So this is what they look like, obviously. Well, this is the packaging. So this is basically meant to be kind of like a replica of a burger from the US called the Beyond Burger, which is a plant-based burger that is meant to taste just basically just the same as a normal sort of like hamburger. And the way they do it is they use beetroot extract. So it kind of like, you probably noticed that how red it looks.
Yeah.
And it kind of like bleeds like a burger. Like it's meant to have that sort of blood kind of...
It looks like
oozing out. Yeah. How did you cook yours? Did you fry them?
Yeah. And guess what? I used sunflower oil.
Okay. So, that's cool, yeah.
I'm just looking at the chat. Apparently, no one can see you. Only I can see you, apparently.
Oh, shit. Okay, let me just sort that out. Can you see me now?
I don't know. I can... Oh, no, you've gone again.
Right.
No, you're back.
So you can see me, but nobody else can see me?
Yeah, apparently so. That's what they're saying in the chat. Unless they're all trolling.
Shit.
We'll see what they say now. I'll wait for someone to say something.
Oh, that's because... Oh, I know why. Yeah. It's because I've clicked on your face. On Hangouts because I just wanted to, basically. Okay. Well, it's either you or me then. How do we just...
You unclick, you click it again, or double click on it, I think.
What, on me or you?
No, you click on me again.
Yeah.
It should unclick and flip back between the two. I'm just looking at the YouTube channel. But I can't. Oh, wait. Yeah, I think it's working.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Hopefully.
Right, I'm gonna send out the link to Twitter and everything. Reviewing Noble Burger with War Kettle. What made you come up with your name?
It was Devin. Devin recommended it because I put a meme in the Discord one day of a British tank with all this British bunting and flags and stuff all up over the place, and then there was two guys in the tank with a teapot, just like this one, just like this one I got.
Oh, wait,
and they were pouring tea, and they were pouring tea, and then that's kind of how it started. Because originally my channel was just my name, Jay Turner.
Yeah, I prefer the War Kettle. I think it's a really cool name. Yeah, I love it.
Oh, apparently they still can't see me. Can't see you, rather.
What? Okay, let me just sort this out then. I'm just putting it on Facebook. Okay. I'm starving. The burgers are just smelling so good. What can we do about it? What can we do about it?
Oh, give them what they want and just click on you.
Oh no, but how does it go between the two then? I don't know.
Because when you click on it, it should have a white box, and then and then when you click again, it should remove the white box around the sort of like the square.
Okay. Right, I'm gonna have to close down Discord because it's causing too much havoc with the bandwidth. There we go. You post out the links. So here we are. Right, we've got the neighbor burger. Right, this is kind of like going to be really strange. I haven't really done like a mukbang, as you call it. I don't know if you're aware of what mukbang is, video before,
No idea.
or live stream.
No.
So it's kind of like eating food on a live stream, and people get off on it, like all the sounds and the visuals. So yeah. Oh, so what have you got in your burger, Jay? Did you get any condiments or anything to go with it?
No, it's just plain. I got two. One of them does have butter on it. The other one doesn't.
Okay. Is it vegan butter?
No.
Oh, damn.
But I'll eat the one with no butter on first.
All right. I wish there's a way that why can't we have both of our faces on here? This is not fair.
It's not got a white box around any one of us, has it?
We need to have both of us on here because we've got to have like chowing down at the same time.
Oh. Let's see what it says. Yeah, so on the bottom right, you where the two images as well. Yes,
yeah.
Is there like a white box around it at all?
Yes, on mine there is.
Right. Oh, but then that means you're being presented. So if you click again, the white box should remove, and then it should flip between the two.
Ah, right. How's that now? Guys in the chat, let us know. Oh, I'm just watching the screen, so we'll see.
Yeah, I'm watching the live stream. Oh, I think it's working.
Yay! Sorry, guys.
Yay!
Right. Well, in my burger, I've got some.
What you got? What you got? Tell us.
I got some vegan cheese. Hang on, let me just get the.
I knew there was vegan cheese.
Yeah, there's got to be vegan cheese, right? So this is what it looks like. It's cheddar style, and it's from this company, Green V. It's coconut oil based cheese, basically. You can see the packaging is quite cool on the inside. It's got like some really nice illustrations and stuff. It's pretty cool. I've got some veganese, which is like vegan mayonnaise, which is fucking amazing. I'm just like addicted to veganese. And I've got some lettuce, tomato, some ketchup, and some gherkins, like pretty standard.
Ew, gherkins. No.
I fucking love them, especially like the American ones.
Oh, no, they're the worst.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I love like just American food, like barbecue sauce, gherkins, burgers, everything like that. I fucking love it. So.
Are we doing this? Are we going to eat this then?
Well, yeah, it's kind of cold. Well,
it's getting cold.
Yeah.
Right. Well.
So. You guys in the chat. Oh,
right,
God.
I'm going to try it. Fuck it. Here we go.
All right, so
Come on. All right.
I need to like do some mouth yoga first to stretch my mouth.
That's what all the women say to me.
Oh, for fuck's sake. That's what she said. That's what she said.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's all falling out already. For fuck's sake, it's already happened. Okay. Seriously now, let's do it.
I'm actually impressed.
I've had these burgers for like 3 days in a row, Joe. I bought 4 packets, 12 burgers. Yeah. No.
Hey, I had to go to 3 different Lidls, Icelands rather, to finally get hold of them.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Every time I have these, I have such a good time. So I go on.
I'm actually impressed. These aren't terrible.
They're not like normal veggie burgers, are they?
Well, I've had like bean burgers and stuff like that, and I like actually quite like them. Like every now and then, like say for example, like Weatherspoons or something, and I see one, I'll be like, yeah, I'll have one of them.
So, yeah, I don't know if you can see that on the screen there. So that's what it looks like inside. Quite pink in the middle.
Yeah.
And that colour doesn't really go away because it's plant-based, obviously. It's not like real blood.
Yeah.
There's no real blood that gets in there.
That's what kind of confused me a little bit with cooking. It's like when you cook a normal burger, it's like you can just sort of like split it a little bit and know it's cooked. With these, it's like, yeah, you're not so sure.
It doesn't matter if they're undercooked either. It's not gonna harm you. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, because it's interesting because I haven't eaten meat in over 4 years. So from what I remember, this is very similar to a real burger, but I don't know what you think.
Yeah, actually, I think it does actually taste quite like it. I mean, it's not like an Aberdeen Angus steak burger. They're gorgeous, but you know, it's not like the cheap ones, like the real cheap burgers you can get like from Asda or something, where they just taste like, well, nothing. This has got like some nice taste to it.
I've got mayonnaise in my mouth.
Yeah, you meant to swallow the white stuff.
I did this exact live stream basically on my own on Facebook the other day.
Right.
Such a good time right then, but then this is even better because I've got company now, obviously, and I've got a bigger audience. It's strange.
The scumfucks are here representing.
But yeah, so you've just got normal burgers in your burger. You haven't got any condiments or anything. You just got butter.
Well, not in this one. This is the plain. And I did try to look for vegan buns, but I failed.
What do you mean? All bread is vegan, isn't it?
No, there's milk in this.
What the fuck? What in bread?
I'm pretty sure there was milk on the packet, it said.
All right. Well, I'm telling you, most bread is vegan, dude. Like, it's hard to find stuff with milk in it, in bread. I mean, like, is it like a burger bun or something?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, most bread you get like from Asda or wherever you know, if you get like the fresh bread, it's usually vegan. But I mean, I'm just enjoying myself too much right now. So, yeah, like, do you want to talk about your channel and stuff? Because I mean, this is on my channel, obviously. So, I mean, I'll introduce a little channel. Yeah, this is all about veganism, of course. But I mean, I am interested in other things. But I mean, obviously, my channel is just purely about veganism. That's what I'm all about. But obviously, I am interested in other things. The reason I like your channel is because you kind of do a similar thing to what I do, but in a different context. Like you go and like interview people. You do like you go and document things like happening. Do you want to like just describe what you do, like what you're about?
So
like what you're eating.
So I make videos basically about anything I want, anything that takes my fancy, basically. I cover a range of topics, really, sort of like anti-SJW stuff, Islam stuff, go to protests and marches and council meetings, I guess. Yeah, interview people, make videos about it. As Marino said in the chat, I'm alt-right, apparently, so there's that. A few of the scumfucks think I'm the new leader of the EDL.
What does that mean? Like, what is alt-right? What does that actually mean? Because I don't actually know. Like, how is it different to like normal right wing or something like that? I don't know. Because I wouldn't class myself as that, but I'm just interested to know.
No, I wouldn't either. From like, it all started like, I don't know, what, 2-3 years ago, I think. I can't really remember. And basically, it was a bunch of right wingers who were like, "Yeah, we're alt right," and it kind of spawned from there.
Well, I really enjoyed your recent videos about Count Dankula, like the stuff that's been going on with him. I found that whole thing really interesting because it's kind of like he's, I mean, obviously trying to. He's like a free speech advocate, just like you are, isn't he?
Yeah.
And I mean, I just found it really interesting because if he did go to prison for it, or if he did like accept that fine, or just give everyone a bit of context. Do you want to give the people like a bit of context? Because I think people that are my subscribers, they probably don't sort of like know about this kind of stuff.
Okay, so
yeah, give them a bit of a lowdown. Like.
I think it was like 2 years ago. Count Dankula, Marcus Beecham, who lives in Scotland, put a video up on YouTube, and basically it was his girlfriend's dog, a little pug dog, and he trained it to make a little Nazi salute every time he said like "gas the Jews," and he said it like 23 times. But it was really, really funny in my opinion. I thought it was hilarious, but not everyone thought it was funny. But that's the thing with jokes and whatnot.
It was a joke, and, yeah. It's clearly a joke.
And he also said, like at the beginning of the video, that this is my girlfriend thinks this is like the most cutest dog in the world, blah blah blah, and I want to turn it into some, you know, the most vile thing I can think of, basically, sort of along those lines. I can't remember the exact words he said. But obviously, he made it clear. Then he made the joke, and you know, he had the dog watching Nazi propaganda. It was brilliant. And then right at the end, I can't remember. I have to send you the video because it's actually really funny. He said something to the dog. The dog turned to the camera and just gave him this like deep stare at the camera. So he had the image filter like flashing in of Hitler over the dog's face. And zooming in as that. It was just funny. So basically, he put that up on YouTube, and for some reason, the police found out about it, and then the next thing you know is he's arrested, and 2 years later, he's in court. Well, actually, it was in court like a year ago, and it took over a year before it even got to the recent stage of being found out if he was guilty. That was only like a month ago, and then.
Fuck, so it's just taken nearly 2 years for all this to happen.
And he got done under the Communications Act of 2003 for distributing offensive material, something like that. I can't quite remember.
I've got my mouth full.
That's all right. Don't worry. I can talk. It's not a problem. So then, yeah, he went to court. That was the other day, and he got given an £800 fine for what he did. And he said in court before this judge gave him his sentence, he said that he wasn't going to accept any punishment that the judge handed down, basically. And then the judge gave him an £800. And then he launched a Kickstart yesterday, not even 24 hours ago, for 100 grand.
100 grand, yeah. So you're thinking I was going to take like at least like 2 months to raise that kind of money?
Nope, it's already done.
In a day?
Yeah, not even in a day. It was done within like, I don't know, 20 hours.
Oh my God, I didn't even donate to it yet. It's like, well, clearly you've got enough money then. That's fine, you know.
Yeah.
I'm a poor bitch, so.
We're all poor. The joys of life. So yeah, that's what happened with Dankula, and he's going back to court because he's going to try and get it appealed.
That is really good. Yeah, I'm glad because, I mean, from what I've seen, it is just literally a joke. And obviously, if that did set a precedent, that would be really, really worrying because it's just like, well, what can we say now? Like, how far can we go? Can't, like, can you joke about anything these days? Do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Exactly. It's not just that, but these kind of laws could be used against anyone for anything, pretty much.
Could be used in maliciously as well. Do you know what I mean? So.
But I think the state have already used it maliciously on Count Dankula and this young girl up in Liverpool, who her friend died. A bunch of them put song lyrics to like their favorite song or her favorite song. I can't remember. And then she got done because it said the word nigger in it. Oh shit! Hope it's okay to say nigger on here, but anyway, she got done and she got a fine, tag, and curfew for basically putting song lyrics up on Instagram.
Wow. What was the fine? Well, it doesn't really matter, but
yeah, I can't remember. And that was in Liverpool, so the joys.
Wow. I was at Liverpool last week, 2 weeks ago.
All right.
Doing a bit of vegan activism.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So yeah.
Tell me about you. I want to know about what you were up to in Liverpool.
Well, as you probably already know, I'm a vegan activist. So what I do, I mean, you've seen my channel, you've commented on a few of my videos. I like to just talk to randoms on the street about veganism. I like to just like get people thinking rather than just sort of like bombard them with, this is why you should be vegan. I like to just ask them questions, you know, like the Socratic method. I like to get them thinking and sort of like lead them to their own conclusions about it. Because I just think, you know, I wasn't forced into going vegan. And nobody sort of like forced me into it or said, you should do it. But I did come to it by myself, and I did sort of like did my own research. And that's what I do with my activism, with my outreach. I just sort of like try and get people to do their own research and go down their own sort of paths and go to their own sort of like logical conclusions with it. And I'm so happy I got a second burger. So basically there's a group called Anonymous for the Voiceless that I work with, and it's kind of a it's like I suppose you would class it as an art installation, but I'm sure you've heard of the group Anonymous, right?
Yeah.
They kind of stand up for stuff that is, you know, wrong in society, or they sort of like tell the truth, like the reality behind, you know, whatever. So for the voiceless is obviously animals, they don't have a voice, they can't speak up for themselves. So we are their voice effectively. And so basically I've been doing this in London, in Norwich, in Cambridge, and I went to Liverpool the other week because it was like the second or third one. We call it the Cube of Truth, basically. And we just hold, you've seen it, you said that you've seen it in Bristol, didn't you? It's basically people wearing the V for Vendetta masks, and they stand in a cube with laptops or TV screens and with the truth signs as well, in a sort of like regimented sort of like cube. Everyone's wearing black. And we're showing UK farming and slaughterhouse practices, industry standard basically. And we just sort of, it's kind of like a non-confrontational way of getting the public to engage with veganism, because people can just like walk off. They don't have to watch it. Do you know what I'm saying? They can just walk straight on by, or they can stop if they're interested and they can watch the footage and they can ask us questions about it, and we can sort of basically ask them questions back. And that's what basically I do.
Sounds fun.
So yeah, I did that in Liverpool a couple of weeks ago. And I tell you what, just everyone in Liverpool is just so friendly and just so nice. I just really, really enjoyed it. And I really want to go back. I don't know, I just love the north. Just love the north of England. So I did that.
I must admit, I do agree with that. I'm always up in the north of England quite recently, and I have been enjoying it a lot. I've also kind of been thinking about moving to Manchester.
Oh, really? Why? Why Manchester in particular?
Because Manchester's like the easiest place to get from. Because like, I can get to London a lot cheaper and a lot quicker, and also like get more up north to like Newcastle and stuff like that. Plus, I can go and hang out with Mr. Yorkshire. That's Chris.
Oh, of course, yeah. Okay, that's cool.
There's a lot of inside jokes you're gonna have to learn about the AIU Discord.
Okay.
What a sight that is.
The trouble is with burgers, they're so messy, aren't they? I do enjoy them. But they never stay together. Do you know what I mean? They're always really messy. I don't care. But I mean...
I actually had a burger the other day in Scotland, in Edinburgh. Went to, oh, bloddocks, what's it called? Gourmet Burger, I think it is. It's like this big chain that, you know, sell burgers, basically. They're really, really good, actually. But expensive.
Would you buy this burger again in particular?
Yeah, actually, I would.
Would you have like a... Would you bring it to like a barbecue or something like that?
Yeah, but not for the reasons you think.
Okay. What reasons would they be then if you would do it?
Just for the laughs, because I got a lot of mates up north. I'm going to a barbecue actually in a couple of months, and I've already thought, yeah, I'm definitely taking these burgers with me. This is going to be fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Would you do the taste test? Like, would you say it's real meat and see what they notice?
Oh, it's not a bad idea. I'd have to get a load. Kind of expensive, £2 a box. What's that about?
Is that expensive? I don't know.
For 2 burgers, you can get like bird's eye burgers, like 6 for I don't know, 2-3 quid.
I don't know. It's been a long time since I've had that kind of thing. I wouldn't have thought bird's eye was as good as this. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've eaten meat.
Well, when I buy burgers, I either buy a burger when I'm out, or I'm buying decent like burgers if I'm gonna have a barbecue. Like if I've got mates coming over and whatnot, I'll just get normal burgers for them. But I'm getting myself some nice Aberdeen Angus burgers.
And do you think? I mean, because you've been watching my videos and stuff, so it's like it seems like you are a bit curious. Like vegan curious. I wouldn't say you're going vegan straight away. I'm not going to say that you are, but it does seem like you live in Bristol, don't you?
I'm not vegan curious at all. I'm just always up for trying something new.
Well, that's curious then.
And at least twice, because you know you never know if you did like it the first time. So you got to try everything twice.
Because in Bristol, it seems like it's like the most vegan friendly place in the country. You've got so many vegan options.
Like right now, I bet you I could go on Just Eat and Deliveroo and Uber Eats and find vegan food. Actually, I've just typed it in Google to see what comes up. There's tons. I mean, literally, you know the photo I took of the vegan junk box in, well, it's in Bristol, but it's actually like literally right down the road from me. It's not even 2 minutes. Well,
right. So you posted
10 minutes away.
Yeah, you posted a picture of a blackboard outside this restaurant, and it's fucking amazing. What was on the menu? Yeah.
Oh no, that wasn't me. That was Carter.
Oh.
The one I sent you on Twitter, and I tagged you in.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to Bristol once for VegFest 2016.
Oh.
It was freaking awesome. I love it there. Oh my god, it was such a good vibe.
I've never been to VegFest.
Do you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go. Well, watch it though, because I've been in the Bristol Post, so I'm not exactly like. It'll be fun. I'm sure it'll be fine. But yeah, there you go. On Google, all these things have just popped up. Can't see it properly. My phone's too bright. Let me turn it down more. There you go. All the red dots. Obviously, I'm the blue dot.
I'm watching live on YouTube, so it's a bit behind. Because I'm watching the chat.
No, what you want to do is you want to pop out the chat, mate. Pop out the chat, and then click on the Google Hangout, and then watch it from there, and then have the chat on top, basically.
So, pop out chat, okay, and then go into the Hangout, okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm getting better at streaming every time I do it. There we go. Let's put that over there. Oh, do you want to keep going for a bit? I mean, I'm still got half my burger left, so, you know.
I've eaten mine. I'm quite full, actually. I've still got tea.
Why does Kettle have a London accent? Somebody says here. He's from Bristol.
Accent. I'm a southerner.
Everyone sounds the same with the south if you're from the north.
True. So what's it like in your city?
Well, I'm from Norwich.
Yeah.
Which is obviously Norfolk.
Yeah.
Now Norfolk has a huge well, it's kind of very, very rural, and Norwich is like the gem. It's like the gem of Norfolk, you know. It's like the star of the show. Everywhere else in Norfolk is just like,
yeah, but it's not as good as Suffolk. I'm all about Suffolk, when it comes to that part of the country.
Well, I was born in Ipswich. So my family from Suffolk.
Fair enough. My father is from Lowestoft in Suffolk.
Well, I mean, I will poor him.
It's not that bad down there. It's all right. It's the most easterly point in Britain.
Isn't it? Oh, okay. Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Lowestoft.
I'm not Great Yarmouth, no, not Yarko.
Oh, it might be Great Yarmouth actually.
Right. Have you ever been to Great Yarmouth?
Yes, loads of times.
What do you think of that? What do you think of it?
I actually quite love it. It's a tiny little seaside town that has literally like 2 roads in and out and a one-way train system.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty shit. I had to get the train there once from London. Oh my God, that was a nightmare. So it snowed in London, and then I had to get the train the next day because all the trains were off. And then the train from, I think, Ipswich, because I had to swap trains, was this shitty little fucking 1950s train with no Wi-Fi, no power sockets, and just a shit ton of noise. And then I had to go on that all the way to Lowestoft. Fucking nightmare.
Yeah, it's a bit sort of backwards. But, you know, Norwich is the gem. Norwich is the place to be. It's like a small city, basically. Have you not been here? You've not been to Norwich?
I'm pretty sure I have, because I'm sure I've had to go through there to get to London from Lowestoft once.
Okay, it's basically just full of churches and pubs. Everywhere you go, there's a pub or church.
That's pretty much all of Britain, though.
Standard.
To be fair. Yeah. Oh,
it's a very student town as well, because obviously we've got the UEA.
Okay, so's Bristol, to be fair.
So it's kind of it's got a very sort of liberal kind of vibe to it. It's all kind of like Labour. Do you know what I mean? It's very I don't know. It's kind of chill. It's all right. I mean, I've lived here for on and off 12 years, 11 or 12 years.
Yeah.
So I think I'm ready to kind of move on to a new city, I think. I don't think I'd want to live here for my whole life.
Yeah.
But I don't want to live in London either, because that'll just
it's really fucking expensive. Don't move to London. London's awesome to visit, but just not to live.
Have you lived there?
No, I've never lived there. Stayed there for like 2 weeks at most.
Me too.
So where else in the UK have you been then?
Well,
have you been north of the wall?
Absolutely, yeah. I went to Liverpool.
And I said, have you been north of the wall?
What, Scotland?
Yeah. Do you watch Game of Thrones?
No, not even.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay.
I don't have a TV. I don't have a TV license. I don't watch any TV. So yeah.
Okay. When we're done here, I'm gonna hook you up with some illegal copy of it.
Okay.
You have to watch it. Trust me, it's the best show on TV. But yeah, that's the reference, because you know, in Game of Thrones, all there is north of the wall is wildlings and snow, 24/7. But yeah, have you been?
Well, I've been to Edinburgh. That's about it. And I'm going in the summer, in July, to V in the Park.
Ah.
I'm going to be doing a sort of like a workshop, kind of talk stroke workshop. It's like a vegan festival in somewhere near Glasgow, I think. So they want me to go and talk about, like doing outreach and talking to the public and stuff like that about veganism. So I'm going to go there and do that, basically, which would be
Sounds
kind of
awesome.
fun, interesting.
Yeah. So have you ever done any like activism abroad, or has it just all been here?
It's all been here because, like, I am the most skint girl in the world. Well, no, not really, but yeah, it's hard for me to go abroad. Like, as you can appreciate, you work full time, I work full time, trying to be like an
Preaching to the
activist.
choir.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to. I'd love to go abroad and do more stuff abroad. It's just kind of, I mean, because I used to work part time and it was really easy for me to do kind of stuff all the time, but now I work full time. It's just really, really hard. So yeah, I was planning, hopefully, to go in June to Berlin.
Oh.
To do a 24-hour, well, to participate in a 24-hour Cube of Truth.
Okay, no.
Yeah, so there's like different time slots that you can.
Oh, so you're not doing like a whole full 24 hours then?
Well, that would be a killer. I mean, I have worked for 24 hours. I have been known to do that before, so I know it's possible.
Yeah, I've done that too many times. I'm not doing it ever again. It's too much. 24 hours is killer. Working 8 hours a day is bad enough.
You just kind of get over it after a while. And then you're just like, you're just like in another world. After a while, it's just like, well, I kind of feel delusional now, so anything's possible. I just don't give a fuck.
I must admit, though, it's quite handy, like, booking stuff in massively in advance. That's how I get around everywhere, really cheap.
Megabus.
So I'm sick and tired of getting Megabus. This is why Manchester is better for me to live than Bristol, because going to London, I can get the Megabus really cheaply, but the train is fucking expensive. I can get the train from Manchester to London, and it will only cost me like 20 quid if I book in advance, roughly. So that's why I want to move there, or somewhere like that.
But this is why the UK is so good, because it's just so easy to get everywhere.
No, it ain't. I disagree. I fucking hate it. Yeah.
Well,
I took an airplane to Edinburgh because it was going to be a 9-hour train ride. And it was only an hour on the plane. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah, but if you live in the US, it's not that easy to travel around, get from state to state. Do you know what I mean? We are kind of lucky because we're so close together. Like all the counties are, it's just a small island, isn't it?
I disagree. Do you drive?
I do. I don't have a car at the moment though, so.
I'm not allowed to drive, so that's why public transport's my only way. And I find public transport's a nightmare.
Why aren't you allowed to drive?
I'm medically revoked.
Oh no! Do you want to talk about it or not?
I don't mind. So I'm deaf, and I got vertigo, and I have tinnitus as well. And maybe once in a while I might black out.
Oh my god!
Just maybe, now and then.
That sounds rough.
It's fine. I'm used to it.
Oh right! I finally finished my burger, and that was awesome.
I was actually impressed.
Oh.
You told me to cook two, and I'm struggling. I struggled to eat the first one.
Really? Oh my god! I just eat so much. I just eat non-stop. And contrary to popular belief, I don't exercise all the time. I just eat enough food to survive. I don't really need to like work it off excessively or anything. But the thing is, I have been eating a lot of processed foods recently. I've been eating a lot of these Noble burgers because the novelty hasn't worn off yet because they are so good. And Jay, if I ever get fat, please tell me the truth. Just fat shame me, please.
That's
do.
fine.
All
Don't
right,
worry.
you just do it, because I just want to be a nice shape. So please do it if needs be, because there's only so many noble burgers I can eat before I do start to put on pounds.
Oh dear.
But luckily, all the noble burgers are out of my freezer now. I've cooked them all. I think I've got one left, which I'm going to save for a rainy day.
I got a whole nother pack.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I got 2 packs. I'm glad I did, because they're quite nice, actually. I enjoyed them.
Yeah. I mean, what would stop you from going vegan right now then? Like what?
Many things. Like, okay. First of all, you haven't even got a good fucking steak. So come back to me when you got that started, just for one.
Well, Jay, I mean, here's a question for you. This is a question I asked myself over 4 years ago. You don't have to answer it, but you can just think about it. Do you think that your taste preferences are worth more than a cow's life?
Damn right. Yeah.
So do you think that taste preferences per se justify, killing an animal?
Yeah. I'm cool with it, as long as it's done in a humane, ethical way. I'm cool with it.
So, what is the definition of humane for you? How would you describe the word humane? How would you define it?
Well, in a way that the animal goes through as little suffering during the slaughter process.
Yeah. So, I mean,
don't get me wrong. Obviously, I am with factory farming that we need it to obviously feed the masses and whatnot. But obviously, I disagree with the way a lot of it is done. It's not done up to standard or code, and then you end up with videos getting leaked on the internet of people in slaughterhouses beating animals and things like that.
Yeah.
And also, I do agree with I've seen a documentary once, and I know this from speaking myself to people who've worked in slaughterhouses, where
I actually used to work in a slaughterhouse.
All right. Well, I know someone who said that they should have mental health counselling.
Why do you think that was? Why do they need mental health counselling?
He worked there, I think it was 5 years, and it just completely fucked him up. He didn't go vegan, but he rarely eats meat nowadays, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got another mate who's completely the other way, where he's he'll tuck into a big fat plate of a mixed grill. He loves it.
Yeah,
I think it's phase him at all.
I think it's really easy to disassociate, isn't it? Because I haven't always been vegan. Obviously, for 31 years of my life, I was not vegan. And I used to love meat. Seriously, there was nothing better than treating myself to a big fat fucking fry up with sausages, bacon, scrambled egg, or fried I used to fry mushrooms and butter everything.
Oh,
so yes. I fucking love it, mate. I used to love it. But you understand, I didn't go vegan because I didn't like the taste of all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The questions that I asked myself, I did ask myself that same question over 4 years ago. Do I actually prioritize my own taste preferences over their life? Because, I mean, the footage that we show in the AV, a Cube of Truth, Anonymous to the Voiceless. Yeah. I watched something similar over 4 years ago, a movie called Earthlings, and it's a similar kind of deal. It's just showing the sort of industry kind of standard practices. I don't want to go on too much about it because but it is a vegan YouTube channel, so I will a little bit. But I mean, that's the question I asked myself. When I saw that kind of footage, and I understood that these industries, they're not here to benefit us per se, are they? They're there to make a profit. So they're kind of the animals that they raise are kind of treated like commodities and products rather than individuals. Do you know what I mean? And once I understood that, we treat sort of dogs and cats in a nice way because we treat them like our pets, they're like our companions. And I kind of asked myself, is there any kind of difference between them and a cow and a pig? Is there kind of like any kind of moral distinction, any kind of moral difference between them? I asked myself that question, and I was just like, I don't know, really. Is there? Because, like, you know, like if I'm doing it just for my own preferences, for my own pleasure, is it right? Is it ethical to kind of put my own taste preferences above their life if they can experience kind of the same kind of suffering, pain that we can? You know, they can feel in the same way that we can. They might not be as intelligent, obviously, but I don't know. I just that's the reason why I went vegan, basically. Yeah.
If I'm on a desert island and I see a cat, I'm eating the cat, you know. But obviously, I'm not eating cats right now because that would be silly when there's like cows and sheep.
Well, oh my God, there is. There's this YouTube channel called Foot Soldier, and one of his recent videos, I'll have to post it to you. It's all in German, so he kind of like reenacts it himself because his channel, like most of his audience, are British, so they can't understand German.
Yeah, I've been running into that problem quite recently where I'm like watching YouTubers and I'm like, I don't speak Austrian, I don't speak German, I don't speak French. It's kind of annoying.
It's such a shame because if it's entertaining, you can't understand it. It's like, well, do it in subtitles then, but you just want to have it in English.
No, I've been like researching Generation Identity and watching some of their members like channels, trying to like find out about them. And also this independent journalist from like Austria, I think he's from, but all his videos are in Austria, in I think Hungarian or something, I can't remember. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got to have the subtitles on, it's a nightmare, but getting this.
So, well, like we're missing out on this good content because it's in a foreign language, basically. But anyway.
Yeah, everyone should just speak English.
yeah. But anyway, so he like reenacts this scene, and what it is this radio show. Some bloke rings in, and this bloke, this is all German, basically. It's a German bloke. This German bloke, he actually, I don't know how. Well, I think, basically, Foot Soldier, because he is German, he speaks the language, and he understands, and he gets the vibe from this German person that he's telling the truth and he's genuine. He actually finds like stray cats, feeds them, and he eats them. This bloke is on benefits, so he doesn't have any money. He can go to the food bank if he wants to, but he just finds cats, feeds them, and then when it comes to the time, he just slaughters them and eats them. And this radio presenter is just like, are you serious? Like this? No, this cannot be true. Like, why would you do this? It's like, well, it's just like, well, I don't see why not. I mean, people are eating all these other animals like cows and pigs and chickens. Like, what is the difference? Like, why wouldn't I? Like, I don't have any money, and it's just like, well, I don't really have that much choice.
No.
And he's been doing it for 10. He's been doing it for 10 years. Apparently, this bloke. 10 years. I'll post you the video. Okay. Like, Foot Soldier's like rendition of this is just hilarious because he's kind of a bit like of an actor as well. So, yeah.
Every time you say Foot Soldier, all I can think all I can think of is this movie from like the early noughties where it's about the Essex Boys murders. These gangsters, basically.
I think I remember it. Yeah. What was it called again?
I think it's Rise of the Foot Soldier. I think the movie is. Can't remember.
It rings a bell.
Yeah. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. So, how long have you been doing like activism stuff for?
Okay, well, I started my channel in sort of 2014. I actually started, well, I wouldn't have called it activism, but I started making sort of content on YouTube.
Yeah. And
then I started doing sort of proper activism, I suppose you'd call it, sort of 2016.
Okay.
So, I don't know, I just wanted to do something. I just wanted to just get out and talk to people. I think that's the best sort of way, just talking to people in real life, just having conversations with people, just having genuine conversations with people, not just sort of like preaching and stuff like that, you know? And that's why I really enjoyed watching your content, because it seems like you're really genuine and you're just like a real person, just going out and talking to people, which is kind of similar to what I'm trying to do as well. So,
thank you. Yeah. I must admit that's sort of my same thoughts when I was watching your stuff when you were out on the streets chatting with people.
Yeah.
And I was also impressed with your mic.
Oh, thank you.
Your sound quality was really good.
Yeah,
made me jealous.
You need to get a good mic. Seriously, it makes all the difference.
Yeah, I got a new one actually. It turned up today. Well, it didn't turn up today. It turned up when I was in Edinburgh, but I had to go to the. I'll show you. Hold on. I was using it today because I made a vlog about cooking these burgers.
Have you actually made a vlog?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I can't wait to watch it. I didn't make one. Shit, I'm gonna have to do another one now.
So basically, this part goes into the camera, but I had to take it to get rewired because it comes with a connector that goes into mobile phones,
right?
Which won't work when you plug it into your camera. But basically, it's got 2 mics on it. Okay. So you know that interview I did with Shazia Hobbs the other day when I was in Scotland? We had that, it would have been a hell of a lot better.
Yeah, there's loads of background noise. It was a really good interview, and I was just like thinking, oh, I wish the sound quality was much better. It doesn't really matter if the video quality isn't that good, as long as the sound is good. That's what counts. Definitely,
exactly.
Yeah.
It's kind of annoying.
It's really interesting.
Sorry, go on.
No, it's just really interesting. That interview is really interesting. I don't know who is she then. I don't, because the thing is I didn't really get the context of it. I didn't know who she was. But
okay, so basically she's a ex-Muslim who was forced into a marriage with her first cousin.
Okay.
And she has children. She's also she's a journalist now. She lives in a secure location because obviously death threats and various other threats to her life and things like that. She's written a book. I haven't actually read her book yet, but I have ordered it, so I'm actually looking forward to reading it.
Okay.
And yeah, she's basically an activist that speaks out about all the things that go on in Britain, especially with like the grooming gangs around Britain. I don't know if you've had like Rotherham and Rochdale and Telford and Oxford and a few other number of other places in the UK where, you know, Muslim men have raped white girls and Sikh girls as well.
Yeah.
And not just that, but also she also speaks out about, you know, that, like, for example, there was a scandal, I can't remember where it was, where orphan children that were living in a care home were getting abused, and most of them were like young boys. So, you know, it's just about speaking out about all these horrific crimes that are going on and people are not being punished for.
Yeah, she just seems like really nice, a really nice person anyway, so I enjoyed that interview. Yeah,
she's really lovely.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you got a new.
Yeah, go on.
I'm glad you got a new microphone then.
Yeah, I'm well happy about it. I got to make a windbreaker for it, so I had to go in the loft the other week and get my stuff. But then I realised I don't have a needle and thread anymore, so I need to go out and buy one tomorrow, and then I can stitch a windbreaker to them. Well,
is that not what's on them already?
These are just normal. These are just normal foam. So what a windbreaker is, you know, like when you watch like the mainstream media and they're out, they've got like these big fluffy things on their microphones.
Yeah, I've got one.
Yeah. But they're expensive, and I'm not paying out money when I can buy a meter of fabric from the fabric shop and do it for like nothing. So cheap, mate. Got to keep it cheap. Well,
it looks like you're doubling your subs now, so you got to up the quality now.
Yeah, exactly, aren't I? So yeah, fun stuff. And we'll see how well it goes, because I've got an event this week, Saturday. Gays Against Sharia are coming to Bristol.
Gays Against Sharia?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, sorry. As Devon keeps going on, I should set up Straights Against Sharia. But so basically, they're coming to Bristol to protest, to highlight Antifa violence. So, you know, the far left and how they get violent and go around beating people up and stuff. And it's also a justice march for a guy that died while in prison. He got sent to prison for throwing bacon at a mosque, but regardless of throwing bacon, a bacon sandwich, he threw it at a mosque, and also stuck his head in a mosque door, basically in Bristol. So he went to prison. But the thing is, he died in prison, and that's like the problem. Is
So
he was under the state care.
So the person that threw a bacon sandwich at the mosque was in prison, and then
and
he
he
died
died
in prison. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the problem, is if you're under the care of the state and you die under mysterious circumstances, and then it takes over a year before they actually start an inquest, it's pretty mental. So that's why they're coming to Bristol. Oh, and also because me and my best mate got assaulted by Antifa.
Is that all documented, like
Say
the
again?
assault and stuff, or is that all documented? Did that get filmed, or like, because I know you like wherever you go, you film it, like.
All right. Yeah. It got filmed, but my camera got stolen by Antifa. They fucking whipped that shit away. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking mental.
Did you not get it back?
No, not at all.
Did the police get involved?
Yeah. It's actually really funny. So basically we went to this like anarchist bookshop, right? And they had all kinds of like things going on in this school. No, sorry, this was in the community center, sorry. And they had like vegan stalls and stuff about like the small time press thing, and they had all kinds of like sort of left-wing things, you know. And then we were there for like an hour. We also went to a consent workshop and sat through the whole thing. And it was like talking about how men should like approach getting consent and always having consent.
What? How does that go? Like,
it was really weird because it wasn't just like the normal kind of consent. It was like, oh no, you do anything with anyone, you have to ask for consent before doing it. And me and my mate just sat there like going, oh yeah, because that's so a turn on when you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna put my arm on you, love.
That's so sexy. Can I?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that all right to touch you there? Is that all right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh god.
Oh,
I can't think of anything worse. Yeah.
And then so we finished that, and then we went to the school where there was it was like down the road because it was like split across 2 buildings, and we went to check out what they had over there because we were going to go to the lecture about why we should abolish the prison system, which you know sounds like a fucking bright idea to me. So we went along.
Hang on a minute. Why? What? You want to abolish the?
No, I don't. I was being sarcastic.
Okay, yeah. Okay. All right, go on.
So we walk in the door. I walk in first. I got my camera around on my shoulder, and I'm like holding it. Then there's a sign right in front of us. We get given flyers, as you do when you walk into these things. And there was a sign to the lecture or to where the other stalls were. So I was like, oh, fuck it. I want to go check them out first. So have a quick look. Walk straight in. I was like sort of scanning the room and seeing this poster on this wall, like sort of that way-ish, yeah. I went over to like take pictures of it because it was like Palestinian propaganda, and obviously I'm like a big fan of Israel, so I wanted to check out what they were like shit talking Israel about. As I turn around facing the wall, someone shouts, oh, it's Annie the Greek, the fascist. They punch her in the back of the head, and she like ends up sort of to the floor. Yeah. That I turned around because I heard her shout my name. Well, obviously I heard that and turned around, and then she was like, film it. I was already filming, and then that's when someone not someone, but it was like 2 or 3 of them literally ran straight up, crowded around me while my mate was on the floor. I then was like trying to get to my mate, and then that's when more of them like sort of turned up as well. One of them grabbed my camera, and then that was gone. That was being passed back from like person to person. You could just see it getting passed across the room. And then I went to get my mate. Did you just say whoa?
Whoa.
I couldn't help myself during that Dankler interview. I loved how a few people noticed it as well. I was just like, whoa. I couldn't help myself. But anyway, whoa. So as I've picked her up, we're walking out. Well, we're not walking out. We're being physically removed. we've got out of the hall, and then as one of them as Annie's not walking, but someone's sort of pushing her, they've sort of let go of her, and she's sort of carried walking through the door. As that's happened, I've sort of turned and just seen this boot come in, kick her right in the back, right to the floor. And I just picked her up and sort of grabbed her and got the fuck out of there. And that's when the police turned up.
Fucking hell, that sounds horrendous. Like, so it just sounds like a lot of violence.
Yeah, that's what Antifa do. If
Yeah.
they think you're a Nazi, you're fucked, basically.
And what
They're coming for
constitutes
you.
them? What constitutes them thinking you're a Nazi? Like, what would constitute as a Nazi in their eyes?
Basic try again. Anything negative towards Islam, you're fucked. Basically, you're a Nazi. Say anything about feminism, you're fucked. Anything bad about Black Lives Matter, you're fucked. Especially if you're vocal about it on the internet and you draw attention to it. And especially if you go to these sort of events as well.
So if you have a differing opinion to someone else, they'll commit violence against you, and they'll think that's justified.
Oh yeah, because in their eyes, you're literally a Nazi. They think you're a Nazi, and they think it's okay to go around punching Nazis.
So rather than just having like a rational, sort of like reasonable discussion with someone about, differing opinions, they just punch you instead. And
yeah,
that's amazing.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Oh. So yeah, that was a day out with Antifa. That's not my first tangle with them. Won't be my last, I guarantee it.
There's not a very big Antifa, whatever you want to call them, presence in Norwich that I've seen. I'm aware that there is something, but I don't know. It's not really that.
I'm pretty sure Norwich was the place, because I think it was the place where they were having this event for Hug a Muslim Day, I think it is. And it was by a group called Mend and Stand Up to Racism, and they're extreme. They Mend mainly are extremely. They are actually apologists for extremists and people who commit terrorism or promote sort of those sort of ideals.
What, in Norwich?
I'm pretty sure it was Norwich that this event happened in, but they happen all across the country. I went to a Mend. This is MEND. I went to one in Bristol University. No, the UE, sorry, in Bristol. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Listening to all this crazy sort of Islamist propaganda, basically. I must admit, there was only about 3-4 minutes of stuff that I actually agreed with, because I was there for like 2 hours, and all of it, in my opinion, was just utter apologetics for extreme Islam and just Islam in general, and then blaming the far right or the so-called far right, demonizing certain people like Tommy Robinson and the EDL and things like that. And that went on for literally 2 hours. Oh, and of course the Palestinians and various other things. And then during the sort of like the middle of it, about an hour in, they talked about like just violence to individuals, and they were like so on point for about this whole sort of 2 minutes, where this guy was sort of saying like, yeah, we shouldn't commit violence. No one should commit violence to anyone just because they have a different opinion and whatnot. And I feel like it just went down like a sort of lead balloon. But yeah, so yeah, that was my fun day out. I'm gonna have to look up that thing about Norwich. I'm sure it was Norwich.
Yeah, let me know, because I haven't really seen anything here that extreme. I don't know, but maybe because I'm not really that political. Do you know what I mean? I don't really get that involved in this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like a single issue, like veganism. That's all I care about.
Single issue voter. God damn it. Next you'll be telling me you voted Green Party.
No, I didn't. But I did not. But it is very sort of green here, very sort of left wing, very sort of Labour orientated, I guess. But No, I'm not really that political. I don't know. I mean, I agree with like free speech and all that kind of stuff. I like the Count Dankula thing just got me really angry and just frustrated and just upset because it's just because anybody can just do that kind of prank kind of joke. But I think he was just targeted because he's on YouTube. Do you know what I mean? And he's got a following.
Yeah.
That's just, you know, it's just if you're like a really small YouTuber, that's not going to happen to you. No one's going to fucking care. Just because he's got like a large following.
That's funny.
Just like they wanted to make an example of him.
Yeah, well, you say that actually. The thing is he uploaded that, and I'm sure he only had about 7 subs when he uploaded that.
Really?
Yeah. What made him famous was being arrested.
Okay, I've only sort of found out about him within the last couple of months or so. Once this is all kicked off, so yeah. Just like watching other people's kind of like responses to what's gone on and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I can't find it on Facebook, the event. I thought I had screenshots of it, but for some reason I can't find it, but oh well.
What event are you talking about? Sorry?
The one I was telling you about that was in that I'm sure was in Norwich.
Oh, okay.
I'll find it.
So, shall we take some comments from the chat now?
Yeah, we can do that. That's not a problem. I've been trying to look over, but it's just.
It seems like a lot of people from Discord here tonight. We've got Angry Vegan though, who I know.
So I'm not used to not seeing people with wrenches. It feels weird.
What do you mean?
Like you mod people you know. That's what.
Oh right, yeah. I mean, yeah. There's not. I saw him from before. Oh, that was Liam Anthony. He's gone now, I think.
Because yeah, then you can chat for like days because you don't get, you know, the restriction in chat. You get restricted like if you spam the chat too much.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't really do these live streams very often, Jay. So I
Oh well, you're fucked now because you know you're gonna get on. You'll probably be invited onto every live stream.
Yeah, I do want to do more live streams. It's just that I'm not very good at actually live streaming myself. I do actually prefer to be on other people's live streams because it's just less for me. It's less responsibility for me, obviously.
Well, I'll tell you what, we definitely have to do another one of these burger things. I think we should do one before the event. You know the event I'm talking about. We'll do it on my channel. And I'm
glad that you tried the Noble Burger because like when I tried it, I was just like, fucking everyone has to try this, especially non-vegans. Why aren't they here? It's like you bite into that and it's like, why isn't everyone vegan? Like, what the fuck are people doing eating animals? You can just have this. It's just like it tastes the same. And like I know you're interested in doing some vegan bacon vlogs as well, you said, didn't you? Like
what?
Vegan bacon.
Yeah. So I asked if there was vegan bacon. I'm gonna have to check that out.
There is, and
Barrett is the place.
And I have a recipe as well for you that you can make. I've got a recipe for vegan bacon. Yeah, it's made of aubergines.
Oh dear, I don't actually like aubergines.
It doesn't matter because it tastes like bacon.
Better. Oh, and you're definitely gonna have to come on the Jamie show. Do you know what that is?
Yeah. I've heard it's really gay.
Yeah. Then you're talking to the wrong people. You're talking to the wrong people.
Okay.
It's amazing. Trust me.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
Okay. Anybody got any questions in the chat? Do you want to know more about my vegan lifestyle and stuff? Like, do you want to know about my routine, what I eat in a day? Do you want to know about my exercise regime? Do you want to know about
I must admit, I've seen one of your vlogs recently, and you were making.
Yeah?
I actually know it was today because I told my mate Annie that I was streaming with you, and she was like, "Who is she?" She gets defensive of people.
Who is the Bananarama?
Yeah. So I was like, "Oh, she's just this vegan YouTuber," and when I said vegan, she just had this look of like, "What? Vegan?"
What did you think about? Do you know any vegans in real life? Apart from me.
Yeah. I've been around vegans.
Oh, obviously, because you're from Bristol.
You're not my first. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
so she
we were
thought
watching you. I can't remember. I showed her one of your videos. I can't remember what one it was, but we were watching your breakfast and we were like, I don't know what that is, but that looks terrible. And then we seen your dinner and we were like, yeah, that looks good.
What was the breakfast? Was it a smoothie? It's either smoothie or porridge. It's either or.
No, I'm pretty sure it was something else. I can't remember. It might have been. I can't remember.
Oh.
It looked weird.
Well,
it looked brown because you put chocolate. You put some chocolate thing in it, I think.
Yeah, so it was oatmeal. It's just porridge with cocoa powder in it. There's nothing else I eat for breakfast. It's either porridge or smoothie. Like, what else the fuck could it be? That's all I eat for breakfast.
Fair enough.
What do you eat for breakfast?
Cereal, with cow's milk, full fat. Love it.
If you could, like, if there was like another nice kind of milk, it didn't involve, like cows being forcibly impregnated and babies taken away from them and shit like that, and if it tasted good, would you have that instead?
It'd have to taste like exactly like full fat milk, because I've tried like hemp milk and
no, not hemp milk. Oat milk. Go for oat milk.
I think I've tried that one. I'm not sure. I know I've tried a few.
Oat milk is the best I find, especially it's just with everything because it's just so tasty. Like, it's the best, like, just to drink on its own because it's tasty. And I don't find any of the other milks that, apart from coconut milk, that's good to just like drink on its own.
Yeah.
Oat milk is actually the perfect partner for coffee, for latte. Seriously, it is. Like, if you can find a coffee shop that does like a fourth wave coffee and they mix it with oat milk, it is the perfect combination and it is so tasty. Seriously, there's got to be something in Bristol that does this, and it is.
Yeah, but I don't drink coffee.
Oh, okay, I do. Well, when I do, I go for like the best fucking coffee I can buy. And it's always with oat milk, so.
Fair enough. I've tried soya milk, but I didn't like it. It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, I feel you there.
And hemp milk is gross, Carl.
No, that's too plant tasting. it's too earthy. Some people like it,
Yeah.
And there's a plant-based milk for everyone, for every kind of taste,
Oh dear.
So come on, guys. There's any questions in the chat here? Let's have a look before we go, because it's getting late and everything. I've got to work tomorrow. I need to wash my hair, as you can see.
Hashtag Fisher brain dead.
That is, I know that he's just trolling that. I don't think he actually.
I'm 100% on board. I believe that this is a solid theory. Hashtag Fisher brain dead, definitely, all the way.
You don't actually. Come on now. It's like scientifically proven that they're not.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But it's just funny.
Have you ever seen Blue Planet?
Yeah.
Especially Blue Planet 2?
No, I haven't seen. Is that a recent one?
Yeah, like with Dave Attenborough.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Have you smoked and then watched it?
Yes, plenty of times.
That shit is phenomenal. Like,
Blue Planet is the best show. It's the best thing about the BBC, but I don't want to pay the BBC fucking.
No. No, I don't watch the BBC. I just, get it.
Yeah. I watch obviously. It on Netflix.
Yeah. It's fucking incredible. I'm going to watch that later on, actually, after this live stream. Definitely. Tice says, how much do you lift? Good question, Tice. Okay, so I don't exercise that much. I'm a pretty lazy bitch. But I mean, when I do sort of like mainly kind of calisthenic kind of body weight kind of stuff, i.e. yoga and walking, because I don't have a car anymore. Basically, the reason I'm thin is because I have to fucking walk everywhere and I don't have a fucking car anymore. So I can't be, but when I do lift, I do go to the gym. I do like to lift free weights. I do like the deadlift. I love doing the squats. I can't lift very heavy, but I do like to go, like do the full range of motion. Really, really dig in there. I fucking love lifting weights. I need to just go to the gym a bit more often. I love it. I hope that answers your question. It's just not that often. I know I really want to get like a really good vegan booty. That is my aim. By the end of the year, I'm just going to be like outstanding and I'm just going to be photogenic and everything. but it's just I'm so lazy, and I work full time, and it's just not. There's not enough hours in the day, and I just like to chill out at night and just watch YouTube all the time. So
That's why you got to be about eternal life, mate. Living forever. Then we'll have all the time we need.
well, that's why I'm vegan, dude. Because look, how do I look? You know,
Yeah, it's
years of
true.
my have I got years of my life yet? You know, I want to be when I'm older. I don't want to be like all crippled and have arthritis and shit. I want to be like doing yoga and lifting weights and shit, and you know,
Living forever.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Rowan will appreciate this. Rowan will be extremely happy.
Who?
You'll find out about Rowan, but Rowan is a YouTuber that Devon like promotes from time to time. We all love Rowan. He's just adorable, but he's a bit kind of mental. He he literally inhales
Okay.
colloidal silver or silver particles, sorry, because he thinks it's going to help him live
Oh
for
my
long.
god. Oh my god. There is
Yeah,
there is this
but
anti-vegan YouTube. Well, but
he's sort of
go
like,
on.
you know, like yourself, a one sort of one issue thing,
A one trick
where
wonder.
it's where it's just all the time eternal life. He's like, yeah, I like, for example, he made a video where he's like, intelligence, yeah, he's like, yeah, the IQ test and that, yeah, it's all scientifically proven and whatnot, but for me that's not the sign of intelligence. A true sign of intelligence is the want to live forever, or something like along those lines. So basically, you're not smart unless you don't want to live forever.
Okay.
But
Fine.
we
Well,
love Rowan. Rowan's adorable.
I do want to live forever if I can, but I always want to be like eternally youthful as well. I want to be as youthful as I can for as long as I can. Most people do. I mean, I think that's just normal
Yeah,
for everybody, right?
exactly. Yeah.
So, yeah, if I can be old and still be vibrant and youthful and all that kind of jazz, then I'll be happy, I think. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? I can't remember. Oh yeah, has anybody got any questions in the chat for Jay?
Yeah, they've.
Because I've had
Oh,
really good
yeah.
fun. I've had really good fun tonight. I've really enjoyed it. This is such a good idea. I've been wanting to do
Definitely.
I've been wanting to do like the Noble Burger review anyway. I was going to do it on my own, and it was nice for you to join me. So
Oh, it's a pleasure. I actually
yeah.
enjoyed it. It was actually really nice.
Oh, Devon asked, what is your skincare routine? Okay. Well, I'll wash my face, I'll cleanse my face, and I'll moisturize my face. And then I'll just put makeup all over it in the morning. That's about it, really. I try and drink as much water as I can as well. And also another thing is because I used to have acne real bad.
Yeah.
I used to have acne all here basically, and all on my chin. And I just, well, basically when I went vegan, it didn't clear up straight away. But before I went vegan, I was drinking a lot of milk. I was having a lot of dairy and stuff like that. It took my acne like a good year and a half to completely clear up. Like I used to have flare-ups every month. It was kind of like hormonal mainly. And it was, I'm telling you, it was really bad. I used to have like really pussy, really red, like itchy kind of skin.
Yeah.
And it did take like a year and a half to like completely clear up, but it did eventually. And I mean, I'm not going to say, oh, that was the dairy, because, you know, I can't 100% say that it was, you know, that was what caused it. But, you know, it did go away eventually. And my skin, like if I have too many processed foods, if I eat a lot of oil in my diet, then it does get very greasy and I get the spots again. Obviously, if I have too many things like alcohol and stuff like this, then it goes, you know, it's not very nice skin. So drink lots of water.
You never have too much alcohol. What are you chatting?
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, I've had a little bit of wine tonight because I've had a bit of a shit day at work. I work in sales, I work in telesales, and it's just like the most mundane kind of. Do you know what I mean? I just feel like I repeat myself over and over again. I'm just saying the same thing over and over again all day long, and it is very depressing.
I got a mate who works at a call centre, so
yeah, it's bad. You can make a lot of money, but it's just like, well, if you're doing saying the same thing over and over again,
I got a question
you
here
can't
from
be very
Devon.
exciting every time you say it.
Yeah, that's true.
Go on.
Yeah, so his
But
question is,
drink lots of water and eat lots of fruits and vegetables for nice skin. Go on.
there you go. I agree. I agree. So can we start a GoFund for Jay to get him circumcised? No, Devon. We're going to start GoFundMe to get you and your foreskin reattached. Dan wants to know what my skincare routine on my penis is. So I don't have one. Just, wash your penis every day.
Have a shower every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Usually
and oh my God, right. So I learned this a couple of years ago because I didn't realize this was like a thing. But apparently you have to tell people to pull their foreskin back to wash behind it. Apparently people don't do that properly. So
oh my
pull
God,
your foreskin back, guys. Sort it out. Fuck's sake.
And it's like some people, they'll have a shower, but they won't actually wash their feet. They'll wash their feet, like water drips on the feet, but they don't actually wash it with soap. They don't wash their feet properly. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
do you wash your feet in the shower, Jay?
Yeah,
do you actually wash them with soap?
Yeah. I love
you don't
that,
just you don't just think oh the water's dripping on anyway, that's clean, right? You actually wash
no.
Yeah.
Actually, like I have like a
that is correct then. That is correct.
What is it? Shower cloth, like, wash my feet.
Shower poof with a shower gel.
Yeah. You on about those like spongy
shower things? The poof, the poof.
Yeah, I don't have one of them. I just have like a washcloth.
All right, whatever.
Flannel, that's the word I was looking for, I think. But no, I sit on the side of the tub and then wash my feet. Easy.
Oh wow, so you do it like really thoroughly then.
Well, I don't like standing up on one leg in the shower because me, I'll fall fucking through the shower and shower glass and
oh God.
end up in a fucking cast or some shit. Things like that.
All right. Any other questions? Emma, tell me about 4K tellies. What does that mean? Can you
the new range of TVs, they're like super high def.
I haven't got one. But I have got a GoPro that shoots in 4K now.
There you go.
But I would just take up all the fucking space on my hard drive if I.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna try. I haven't tried the 4K yet, but I am gonna see. But then, will it? I don't know. Maybe it might work on my TV. I don't know. We'll see.
Only if you've got a 4K TV, really.
Yeah, I do want to get like a better camera so I can start doing proper vlogs because I've got like a vlogging camera, but it's quite old now. It's a Sony A5000, which you can't even buy anymore, but it's got like the flip screen which just goes straight up like that.
Yeah.
And now if you buy a Sony now, it just kind of goes like around like this or something. It's not, it's a bit shit. But it's really cool because you could just flip it up like that and you could just hold it and you can see what you're doing, like vlogging.
Yeah, I can do that with mine basically. Check this out. I can flip the screen.
Oh yeah. You've got a nice. Oh, that's quite a nice camera.
Yeah. I love this camera. This was my mate Annie. She gave it to me because, mine got stolen.
Oh yeah, shit. So yeah, but I want to get like a DSLR, like a nice something that makes me look good. And then I'll be more confident. I'll be able to do more vlogs and stuff, and I won't be as, oh God, I look shit. So.
I'm trying to do more live streams. I'm glad I got a new phone because this does really good live streams, especially on Periscope and on YouTube for one.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna start doing more live streams off it.
Yeah, I want to do more live streams. I've still got I just got an old iPhone, so it's not really that great. But
I would highly recommend this phone actually because this is what I've done because I use this when I go out as well and live stream out on the street and stuff. It's really brilliant, really, really good.
Is that the one you used when you did Tony Robinson talking to that journalist guy about Dankula? Oh, okay. Because that looks really kind of shaky and stuff. It was really raw footage, but still good.
Yeah, that was on my DSLR, but it was like crammed right in, and there was a lot of people around.
Because on Dankula's video that he put out yesterday, because I thought, he would use your footage because it was really good, but he just used someone's portrait kind of footage. Yeah. I was like, why don't you use yours? It's better. Obviously, he just didn't know. I don't know.
I get some pretty good footage actually. When I was at event in London, Tommy Robinson was giving a speech, and I managed to get really nice and close and got the, in my opinion, I think I got the best sound quality because everyone else you couldn't really hear him properly on theirs. So I'm quite happy about that.
So what have you got coming up then in the future? Where can we find you?
So Bristol on Saturday in my home city.
Hmm.
And May the 6th, you can find me at Speaker's Corner in London at 3 p.m. Then there is hold on, I'm pretty sure it's a DFLA event in Manchester, and that's the Democratic Football Lads Alliance, and they march against terrorism and extremism. I can't say it properly. And I think their march in Manchester is for the anniversary of the Manchester bombing.
Oh yeah, that was like, was that a year ago now? Was it even a year ago?
Almost a year. Yeah. Almost a year, I think.
Mm.
So that, yeah, and there's also the FLA, which is the Football Lads Alliance. Basically, there was one group called the Football Lads Alliance last year, and then they had like a bit of a breakup, and we have two groups, one called the FLA and one called the DFLA.
What are they then? I don't know anything about this. I don't know.
They're just basically a group that is against terrorism and extremism, and they, do marches and protests. And the DFLA also do marches and stuff against, the child sex scandals that have gone on around the country. Like Telford, there was one there that I went to.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this one that I'm going to in May the 19th is in Manchester, and that's the FLA, and that's for the anniversary of the bombing. And then the next day, on the 20th of May, if you live near Amsterdam, you can find me in Amsterdam for 3 days.
Oh wow! So you're going to Europe?
Yeah.
Going abroad?
Yeah. It's gonna be awesome. Looking forward to it. Been before. I know that someone in the chat was gonna be there. He's gonna come and see me.
Oh, who's that?
It's Professor Back Muscles.
Oh.
Which is Tice. There he is. Oh yeah. Amsterdam. And then back to Manchester on the 2nd of June for another DFLA, which is another march in remembrance of the bombing. And then on the 12th of June, I'll be back in London for the it's not on here. I think it's the Al-Qads March, which is basically a pro-Palestinian march, anti-Israel march. And I'll be going to that.
Nice. So, like, what is the aim of what do you want to do with your channel then? Like, have you got any kind of goals of it? Like, what do you want to do?
At the moment, I haven't really set any goals. I'm just really enjoyed documenting these things and talking to people.
It's obviously like I get the impression like you really enjoy what you're doing.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like that's the main thing, isn't it? As long as you're enjoying it and you're getting
exactly
enjoyment out of it, then you're just like expressing yourself the best way you can. Like this, I really admire that. Seriously, yeah. I really enjoy watching your videos, so I'll carry on watching.
Well, I've enjoyed watching yours, and you can keep trying to tell me vegan.
Oh well, yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, I haven't really like grilled you too much on this live stream because I don't want to like full on vegan versus carnist. But I will ask you some questions in IRL, obviously, when I meet you.
It's fine.
I know everyone wants me to on this stream, but we've enjoyed we've enjoyed the Noble Burger tonight.
It was awesome. I actually enjoyed it.
You've tried it. You said you can't tell any difference between the real thing.
Well, I said it's not like a full on like Aberdeen Angus burger, like a really expensive, really good burger. But it's not like a crap one. It's like I'd say middle range. Put it this way, it's better than a Wetherspoons burger. That's how I would definitely say.
Yeah, and for me, it's just like, well, I enjoy all vegan food, obviously, because I am a vegan. I just enjoy the novelty of it. I've gone through, I think, about 9 or 10 of these burgers in the past 4 days. I don't know if that's a bit too excessive or not. I made a vegan omelette last night, and I put these burgers in the omelette. Can you believe that?
That sounds
Because I love them
pretty.
so much.
Actually, I want to try a vegan omelette now.
It's made of potato starch and shit like that, and it's got black salt, which kind of gives it this kind of sulfur kind of smell. You know, like eggs, they smell like
Okay.
sulfur.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
kind of
don't
weird,
know.
but kind of all right. Because the thing is with me, I like imitations of things. I've said this before. I just fucking love it. Like impersonations, things that aren't real that impersonate the real thing. I fucking love all that, and I just get really excited about it. So, vegan omelets really excite me. I don't know why, but there you go. Yeah, that's me.
Sounds awesome. I want to try it, so you have to make me one.
Well, you'll just have to come to Norwich, Jay, if you want to try one. I think you might be able to get the vegan omelette mix in Bristol because you can get probably anything there. It's probably like the vegan capital of the UK.
I thought that was Brighton.
Brighton too, yeah, probably, and London, of course, or Norwich. You know, anywhere in the UK. To be honest with you, if you've got a Sainsbury's or a Tesco or even Lidl or even Aldi, Aldi.
Didn't know that. Didn't know that they sold that stuff.
Well, not the omelette mix, obviously, but yeah. All right. Any other questions? Well, I'm probably going to wrap this stream up soon, unless you want to say anything more, Jay.
No.
Unless you want to
I'm sure we'll
chat for a bit longer.
We'll definitely do one on my channel before May. Well, what is it? 2 weeks away. So
Yeah. What have we got here? Any other questions? Brighton is the vegan YouTube capital of Britain. Why do you think that? Thaddeus Walker. I don't know that many vegan YouTubers from Brighton, to be honest with you. They're mainly from London, from what I've seen. We've got Earthling Ed, we've got Joey Carbstrong, although he's not really living anywhere in the UK. Those are the main ones. I don't know if you know who those are, Jay. Have you heard of those?
No idea.
Okay, Earthling Ed is like the most famous kind of vegan of the UK, I guess, apart from me, of course. He's been on TV a lot, and so is Joey Carbstrong. He's been on lots of radio and TV. They're kind of like the media kind of vegans, I suppose you can call them. They're like the spokespeople of veganism in the UK, and they do quite a lot of activism, obviously. Yeah, I'm kind of wanting to be that kind of person, but I don't think I'll be very media savvy. You know what I mean? I think I'll just probably put my foot in it and say the wrong thing. So
I always worry about that when I'm like interviewing people and things, but you just go
like saying the wrong thing, or
yeah, saying the wrong thing.
But what is the wrong thing to say? Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just one of those worries that you have, like in the moment.
Yeah. Like, am I? There's always kind of certain. That's the thing. This is the thing. There's always certain words that you're not allowed to say, and it's just like, why? Why can't I say certain words? Like,
I don't live by that principle. I'll say whatever.
Yeah. Like, if it's a word that describes the situation perfectly, why can't I use that word? Because it means something. It's more meaningful than saying certain words that just don't describe the situation as I'd like to portray it. So, for instance, a lot of people have difficulty when I say animal holocaust. I don't know whether you'd agree with that or not. Like,
it's not a holocaust.
Well, I mean, holocaust is the perfect word to describe it because it's a slaughter on a mass scale, and it doesn't actually pertain to just humans. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't actually pertain to Jewish Holocaust. It's not. I mean, that is a Holocaust, but it's not actually. You know, like when you say the word Holocaust, it doesn't actually just pertain to, the human context.
No, so, I'm sorry. When I hear it, I just.
Yeah. I know it's weird, but like the dictionary definition of Holocaust, it doesn't actually say like humans or animals. It's just slaughter on a mass scale. And obviously, you know, animals are conscious beings, so to call it an animal holocaust. I mean, the Jewish Holocaust was actually based around chicken slaughter from slaughterhouses. They actually based it on those kind of practices. So when you think about that, it's like, well, it's a perfect way to describe it, to be honest. I think. So when people say like, well, you can't use that word, that's really offensive to Jews, I'm like, well, I know lots of Jews that are actually saying, I can you know, find videos of actual Holocaust victims actually describing the way that animals are treated, very similar to how they were treated. So I don't know what you think about that, but I don't know. It's just like I get it all the time. Like I'm like not allowed. It's like, well, you can't use certain words because that's really offensive to certain people. I mean, it's like word policing. It's semantics.
Yeah. You're preaching to the choir. I've been dealing with this sort of stuff for like, I don't know, 5 years, if not longer.
Yeah. So you understand where I'm coming from, don't you?
100%.
Yeah.
But I think you're wrong that it's not a holocaust of animals in any way, shape, or form. But you know.
So is it? What is it then? What is it? If it's not called. It's close. I think it's the closest thing I've seen to Holocaust.
It's food. It's not. I don't know what to tell you. It's food, and you know.
But I mean, I don't know if you've seen any footage or anything like that, or whether you know what actually. Because well, I mean, I can assume that you don't really. The reason I go easy on you is because I know you don't really know that much about it, so I don't want to like.
I know,
say,
like
oh yeah.
But I'm willing to learn.
Once you actually know what actually goes on, it would all become apparent to you. Like these animals, they are not treated in the best way.
No,
Do you know what I mean? They're not treated like individuals. Yeah,
obviously. Obviously I think that's wrong, and there's a lot that can be done to improve it.
Yeah, because like you wouldn't, if dogs were treated in the same way, everyone would be in like outraged, wouldn't they? Would be outraged, like this is wrong. I mean, I think when it was, you know, the Olympics, China, there was actually athletes and people that worked at the Olympics that they were classed as heroes for liberating these dogs that were being farmed to be, you know, bred for meat. They were classed as heroes. But when you know, vegan activists or people that liberate animals, you know, pigs, chickens, and cows, they're not classed as heroes. They're classed as like domestic terrorists. And it's just like, well, hang on a second. What do you know what I'm saying? What is the difference between the two? Like they are both animals. They're both like, just because one is a pet and the other one is classed as eating animals. I mean, that's something that as humans, we've bestowed onto these creatures ourselves. You know what I mean? It's not inherent.
I mean, obviously, here in Britain, you would, if you did that, you know, liberating cows and things like that.
Oh, obviously it's illegal, yeah.
Yeah.
But whatever's illegal doesn't necessarily mean it's moral, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Talking to the guy that smokes a ton of weed all the time.
Me too. Look, I've never actually admitted the fact that I smoke weed, but I do smoke weed. I'm sorry, but you know, it's just the way it is.
I don't know what to say. I've lost my train of thought. You just.
I just bombarded you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you said you smoke weed, and I'm just like, yay!
Yay, weed!
Yeah, what were we talking about?
I don't know, but somebody's just call sign hotel says, are animals and humans equal, Bananarama Princess? That is a really good question.
No.
Now, and from my perspective, Jay, I'm not saying animals and humans are equal. Of course not. We don't deserve the same rights. Come on, like I'm not saying animals deserve the right to vote. That'd be fucking stupid, right? Come on now. I'm not saying cockroaches deserve the fucking right to vote.
I don't know. I'd like to know what a chicken's vote in that bit would be.
It's like, I vote Labour. No, come on now. That's just retarded.
Yeah.
But I am saying that we do, and you know, animals obviously, I think they deserve moral consideration because obviously we give dogs and cats moral consideration. I'm saying, you know, if we believe that I mean, I believe in human rights, like universal human rights. There is like a moral baseline of human rights. So you know, I don't think that people should be denied the right to life, non-exploitation, freedom, stuff like that, right? Because that's just like, you know, universal basic human rights. And I think, well, in my opinion, I just think if animals can experience pain and suffering the way that we can, then I think they should have the rights, those kind of rights as well. Because I don't see any difference between us and them. That actually, that is, I don't see that they are as different as us in a way that is meaningful. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, yes, they are less intelligent, obviously. Mm-hmm. So, like, I still think that human life is way more important than a chicken's life. Obviously, if I have to decide, you know, saving a human life and a chicken life, obviously I'm going to choose the human life, clearly. But I'm just saying, I don't think we should kill them just because I want a chicken burger. That's what I'm saying, yeah.
It's not really rights, it's just more protections, really. But then we're just...
Yeah, I suppose you could call it that, yeah. It's just like universal rights, you know, like the basic rights to life, liberty, like personal autonomy, all that kind of shit. Like what you would expect as an individual, rather than a collect, you know, do you know what I mean? Like...
obviously, we need to somewhat farm them, so it would be within. It would basically be, you know, obviously you'd have them as pets. Some people have them, you know, in their homes and whatnot, well, in their gardens or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's about like how much space and things like that per, and say especially on like the major like industrial farming size, you don't want to have like a pig, you know, like not even in like a 5 centimeters area or something. You don't want them jam packed in. You want them to have lots of space and be able to move around and.
Well, sure, that's more. That is more ethical than keeping them in a factory farming. Yes.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I don't think it's ethical per se to, even if they have a really good life, you know, even if they have like belly rubs every day, they're out in the fields, they're fucking free range. Although that is a myth, because you can't be a free range pig because you still have to be farrowed. You have to still be kept in a crate with your piglets so that you can't move for 6 weeks during your pregnancy, like when you're nursing your little children, because the piglets are 6 weeks old before they get taken away. So there's no such thing as free range pork because they still have to farrow in these cages. But even if they were, you know, like belly rubs every day and their life is just like akin to being in a sanctuary every day, and then they all get taken to the same slaughterhouse, don't they? They all get taken to the same slaughterhouse, whether they're RSPCA approved, Red Tractor approved, free range, organic, high welfare, the lot. They all get taken to the same slaughterhouse. And if dogs were going to that slaughterhouse and they were being hung up upside down and having their throat slit, everyone would be outraged, wouldn't they? They'd be fucking, what the fuck? Like, this is wrong. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just saying, well, pigs, dogs. Do you know what I mean? Like,
know how animals are like slaughtered fully, but
yeah, that's how they're slaughtered. I mean, it's usually by either stunning by, obviously. Well, if they're cows, it's like a pole.
Yeah.
If it's a pig, they're either stunned by electric prongs, which is very difficult to do for the slaughterhouse worker because they've got to work against the clock, obviously. So it's really hard. So they just like when you watch the footage, it's quite violent because they've got to obviously do it against the clock, and they've got pigs that are like really fucking boisterous. They're like moving around all the place. So they're like doing that. It's like it doesn't always work, and sometimes they are slaughtered fully conscious because just don't have time to like properly, you know, it's really hard to like get them in the right place and everything. So actually the most humane way of this is the industry, what the industry say, the most humane way of of stunning pigs is putting them down into a CO2 gas chamber.
Right. If it causes
Holocaust.
no pain and suffering.
It takes 30 seconds for them to be rendered unconscious, and they go down into a CO2 gas chamber. CO2 actually, what it does is it burns any kind of moisture, so eyes, mouth, anus, any kind of moisture, it burns them, and it takes them up to 30 seconds to be rendered unconscious. So that means they are thrashing for their very last breath. So it takes up to 30 seconds to be rendered. So but it just guarantees that they are rendered unconscious before they slit their throats, basically. And that's basically the actual industry. They are the ones that came up with this term, humane slaughter. It wasn't just like normal people, it was the actual industry. Yeah.
Okay, well then we just make it better and get scientists on the job and get them to fucking find a better way of doing it. Like,
but Jay, do you reckon, I mean, even if you could, you know, if they were killed painlessly and, you know, it's like akin to somebody like going up to you, approaching from behind and just like shooting your head straight away. Do you think there is a humane way to kill an animal that doesn't want to die? Is there a humane way? When you think about the word humane, it means like benevolence, compassion.
Yeah, of course. Those are the things I think. But I mean, do I think there is at the moment? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. But doesn't mean we can't find a way and solve the problem.
Well, do you think there's a humane way to kill you if you didn't want to die? If you're a completely innocent person, you've done nothing wrong.
That's different.
Is there a humane way to kill you?
I'm human. It's completely different.
Well, how's it different?
Because I'm a human being.
So I mean that's like, so you're just saying species is the justification for killing someone. So that's just like saying,
well, the animals,
if you just because you look different,
they're not something. They're animals. There's, you know, they're not. I mean, yeah, they should make sure they're treated well and not abused. And when we kill animals for food, it should be done in a way that's doesn't hurt them in any way and as quickly as possible. But you know, then
would you do that? I mean,
completely different.
Oh yeah, we're completely different. But if it was dogs, would you think that the most humane way of killing dogs, so gassing them, would that be humane?
If it was done and it was done in a way that was, to use the word humane, yeah, of course.
But would you be for killing dogs for food then?
Well, no, because I don't want to eat dogs. But let's just say there is.
Why not?
Sorry.
Why not?
It's not normal. It's a bit different, and it's not.
That's the thing. Yeah.
It's not exactly. Doesn't really look like an animal that's going to taste nice, really. I don't know. I'm not up for eating dogs.
That's the
but
thing.
Then again, like, you know, like I said earlier, you know, if I'm on a fucking desert island and there's a cat or a dog there and I'm starving, the cat or the dog's getting it.
I don't think there's very many cats and dogs on desert islands. There might be pigs, but then what are they eating? Do you know what I mean?
Wild boar.
But I mean, when I went vegan over 4 years ago, I mean, what you just said there, like it's normal not to eat dogs, but it is to.
Well, to us, you know,
here,
there's places in the world where that is normal. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Like, is it? That's another good question. Like, I love this question. Like, if it's moral in another country, does that make it moral? Do you know what I mean? Like, is it relatively moral?
Well, if you want to, I suppose that's up to their choice. My thing is, as long as the animal is put down in a humane way, then I ain't got a problem.
So is it okay, like in China, is it okay for them to kill dogs?
If they really want to. They want to eat dog. I mean.
So like, is it okay in another country if they're doing something that you consider not normal or not moral in this country? Is it okay for them? Is it okay? Like
animals here and food. Obviously, there's other subjects where.
Yeah, well, just like
when we talk about animals and food, if as long as it's done in a humane way, and that's what they, and that, like it's a delicacy or whatever, then yeah. I'm not going to eat it myself. It's not my thing, but if it's their thing.
But so if you take any other thing that you'd think is immoral in this country, like say for instance.
All right, for example, in this country, you remember the horse meat scandal?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I've had horse meat. It's fucking delicious, and I love horses. Don't know what to tell you.
Can you like love an animal and eat them at the same time?
Apparently, I can. There
So
you go.
dogs then.
No, I just don't see them as food. It's a bit different. But I think that's just due to the fact that
But have you tried dog?
no, of course
So you don't
not.
know if you like it or not then.
I have to go to China, but I wouldn't do that because it's not done in a humane way, is it? Really, let's be honest.
If a dog was killed in a humane way, in a humane way, a nice way to kill an animal that doesn't want to die.
Yeah, all right, why not? Let's give it a shot.
Would you? Would you actually?
Yeah, why not? Why not? If it's done and if it's killed in a humane way, you never know. It could be nice, like you said. Could taste amazing. Could be better than chicken.
But is humane like the right word? Because humane means benevolent and compassionate. Do you know what I mean?
Um,
So I don't know
I've,
if humane is the right word because they don't want to die. They obviously um, have a will to live, right? Just like we do. And just in the same way that we want to live, and it wouldn't be humane to kill
well,
us if we didn't
I
want to
don't know.
die.
I, because I think there's obviously one of the big differences is consciousness and what makes us us. Not all animals are the same, are they? With how they communicate
Yeah.
with one another, they can't cross communicate. Well, obviously, we can't cross communicate
Did
with
you
other
know chickens
species.
have different dialects depending on what country they're from?
Yeah, I have heard that. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. That was kind of cool.
it's I don't know. It's animals and humans, completely different thing, and for me
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to discuss, we will discuss it more. And we've got plenty to talk about. And I have really, really, seriously, I've really enjoyed the stream with you.
I
Like
feel
I really
like I've
actually
learned a lot,
have.
so I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
No, I really, really have. I really have enjoyed your company tonight, and thank you so much for being on. And I
No,
don't know, I just really
no,
have enjoyed it. And just I just got really excited because we were cooking the burgers at the same time and stuff.
yeah.
Um,
Oh,
and we only just decided to do it this morning.
it was your idea, and I'm glad you came up with it.
Yeah, that's really cool. Um, well, let's end the stream soon, and
Yes, end it.
I'm gonna have a nice big
Yeah, I know what you
smoke.
mean. Yes.
And maybe we'll chat afterwards. But it's been really good. I hope everyone's enjoyed the stream. Has anyone got any parting questions before we go? Because I think Jay wants to go. He's looking tired.
No, I'm gonna go on Discord for a little bit.
Yeah. The thing is though, like Discord just keeps me up. And I am sleep deprived. But yeah. That's amazing, says Tice. Dogs and
It's
cats
amazing.
are above animals, says Alf Benny. Alf Benny, come on now.
But the
That's
guinea
just
pigs,
that's
Elf.
you can say that, but I can just say that, I don't know, rabbits are above dogs and cats. So there you
Oh,
go.
rabbits
They
are
deserve more
adorable.
moral consideration. I've just
They
said it,
taste
so
so good.
therefore it makes it true. Um, I love the stream. Thank you, Alf Benny. This was awesome. Emma and Jay are awesome. Thank you very much. Great stream, guys. Lots of hearts, lots of love hearts. Amy, you're amazing. I'll come on your stream. We can do some girl talk soon. Alf, a Chinaman would still eat your dog thighs. This is the thing, like, they are just fucking just awful in China. They don't give a shit. Do you know what I mean? The way they treat dogs is like how we treat them.
Forget how they treat animals. You should see how they treat their citizens in China.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I mean, like they're literally harvesting organs of political prisoners. It's fucked up.
Oh my god. Yeah. Banana, make Jay listen to Screaming Pigs on your next date. Oh my god. Yeah, okay then.
All right, Marino's just said in the chat, Jay is EDL, be warned, Emma. Yeah, I should come with a warning label, and that is, if you say, oh yeah, let's go for a drink, yeah, or for example, like Sam did, he's like, yeah, get a bottle of whiskey, we'll have a good old night. I'm like, yeah, all right, get a bottle of whiskey, come round, and then he completely almost dies.
Yeah, I don't do whiskey unless it's Christmas with my dad. I always buy a bottle of whiskey every year just so I can have a swig. And that, even that enough with me is just that's enough, Dad. All right, good night. See you later. I'm going to bed now.
Well, we'll
Yeah.
definitely talk about alcohol in the next stream.
All right, cool. All right, guys. Well, it's been fun. Thanks very much
Thank you for having me.
to
It's
you.
awesome.
Yeah. Anything you want to say before we go?
No, I'm good. Thank you for having me. Other than that,
Yeah,
it's
thanks for
awesome.
coming on. Yeah. All right, we will talk again very soon.
No doubt.
And go vegan, dude.
Never.
All right, ciao for now.